Hi everyone. So this is my first ever video on YouTube. And I kind of came about the idea because I seen someone else had done a video, and it was tagged second to me round tag by the video was by Novelle Novels. I might be wrong saying that. If I am, very sorry. It's my first time reading it out loud. It's my first time being on camera talking about this or anything. I'm just doing it one take, seeing how it goes, and I'll take it from there. If it goes anywhere, if it doesn't go anywhere, I don't care. It's just me talking to myself then and publishing it on YouTube for the world to see. So it was created originally by Hungry Bookworm. If I find out how to tag someone's video, the original person, then I'll tag it below. Don't know if I will. This is my first time trying this. I've wrote everything down here in case I keep looking over to see what's going on over here. It's because I've got my little notes so that I can remember. So it's 8 questions. And I think, if I've got it right, it's all about books that you have and if you're a second-hand shopper, which I am. So, the first question is, do you buy second-hand books? I've just answered that question. Yes, I do. I am a bit of a hoarder of books. I absolutely love books. I have read for far too long and collected books for far too long. I started collecting books second-hand purely around 5 years ago, maybe, because it's just easier, isn't it? I mean, I used to always shop in local supermarkets and things like that, and then I used to spend 2 for £7 or something, which is just crazy nowadays, where books are now £1 odds, and sometimes you can even get 3 for £1, which is blows my mind every time. So I end up always, if I see one book and it's on a 3 for £1 deal or something like similar to that, then I'll pick up 2 other books just because of the one book that I want to buy and read, or I've heard about one book or I've heard an author of another book, so I end up picking up a couple of books rather than just the one that I've came in for, so I come out with quite a lot more than I bargained for. Long answer, I'm a rambler. I ramble a lot. This is going to be what a lot of my content's going to be. So question number 2, what is/was your last purchase? Now I've got my last purchase here. It's in my Book Besties book sleeve that I got for my Christmas, and it says, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light, by Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. So this is my last purchase. It's called The Doll House by Phoebe Morgan. Haven't read it yet, as we can see. My book thing is literally first page, ready to go. I've got my little shelter Scotland book mark to keep it in. So I've not even heard about this, don't know what it's about, picked it up, love it. It's going in my, I'm reading it next because I've just finished a book. What condition do you find acceptable, i.e. tatty or not tatty? So as you can see from my latest purchase, it's absolutely, can't really see this, it's absolutely pristine. There's not a mark on it, it's not anything like that, but I actually have a book over here that I got, that I picked up purely because of, oh, it's dusty, purely because of how old it looked and how much I love Walt Disney. And it's called Walt Disney's Peter Pan Favourites, and as you can see, don't know if we can see this, it's got marks all over the place. It's in a bit of worse for wear condition. It's not the greatest. It's absolutely done in. But the illustrations are absolutely incredible. I absolutely think it's brilliant. So it was made in 1973, this book. I don't know. So it depends on what book it is. This one is more of a collectible type thing for me, and I will probably be on the lookout for books like this type things. This one is for me personally to read, so personally I don't care if it's in bad condition or anything, as long as it's readable. And one of my downsides is, which I seen in the original posters video, was she had said that she didn't like it when the spine was a bit done in, because when she's reading her books, she had said she holds it open. I don't even know if I do that or not, actually. I've never thought on that, so I don't know. So that's a yes and a no. Yes for newer books for myself, no for older books because they're older and I just accept that this is not going to be in fantastic condition. It is a very old book. I've rambled again. So after reading a book, do you keep it for a reread or donate it back? So depending on what kind of book it is, I will keep it for myself if I really liked it. If it's an author I like, I'm a bit of a hoarder, as I said before. So I like to keep a hold of my books, unfortunately. I'm a bit bad for that. But I did actually recently just do a huge donate, and I had a box down the stairs of books that I was keeping for whatever reason. And I think I donated 35 books or something like that. So in a big bulk, I have donated a lot. But as I go, I end up, I have a pile right in front of me just now of books that I'm meaning to read. So once I finish my book, I'll put it back in the pile and it'll go to the bottom. And then when I've finished reading a pile that I've got sitting next to me, I'll take the pile and hand the pile back in. So as I'm reading, no, I don't redonate. I keep for myself. If it's any good, I'll keep it for longer. Don't know. And then I'll donate it back eventually in a pile. So 6, hardback or paperback, do you have a preference? Do I have any in front of me that's hardback? I have this gem, which is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Once again, this is a collectible type thing that I found. Absolutely beautiful. And I think this is one of the only paperbacks, hardbacks, sorry, that I think I own, because purely it was, you know, a good one to have. So no, paperbacks mainly for me. And number 7, have you found any real gems? Now I was excited about this one because it's a 2-part question. So my partner and I, we were out, and I had mentioned before that I follow quite a lot of people on Instagram who are I think they're booktubers or bookstagrammers, I think they're called. And they've all been getting the newer Harry Potters that are illustrated. Well, they're not new anymore. Well, they were new. They are the newer illustrated Harry Potters, so they've all got these beautiful, you know, different illustrated bits on them. So we've seen this sitting in the window with this round it, and it's kind of it's a felt book cover or something, and I thought it was actually part of the thing because it says on it, I don't know if you'll see this, nope, it's not gonna work, but it says Harry Potter character names and related, and it's got a trademark on it, so I don't know if this is actually part of a collection, a collectible. I don't know if it's, I don't know if someone maybe made this herself, but anyway, so this was so we went in, and this is book number, what one was I showing you? Number 2. We found number 2, and this was 49p. Absolutely fantastic. And it was 49p. When you're going to find a book for that price, I don't know. £6.99 originally, it is down here. So 49p, I was absolutely thrilled, over the moon, very happy. We went on to the next charity shop and we found book number 1 of the same series, and it's the same collector's, it's not even a collector's thing, I think it's just illustrated differently. So this is book number 1. So what I'm going to do now is try and collect the whole series second hand, hopefully. That's my goal of the year kind of thing, because I have all the old ones, obviously. I went and got them. I waited in line with my dad when I was younger, and we used to wait for the launch, and it used to come out at midnight, so we used to camp outside W.H. Smith in Scotland. So I'm looking to now get myself, well, not for me, it'll be passed on to my son, all 7 of these books. I've only got number 1, number 2, and these cost me a grand total of £2 altogether. Which is crazy money, really, for Harry Potters. And they're brand new, pretty much brand new. So that's my little find. I've actually forgot a question. Number 5 was, do you have a favourite place to go when looking for secondhand books? Yes, I do. The one I just told you about, where I got the Harry Potter for 49 pence. That's my favourite one for books. I have a favourite one for clothing, which is obviously a different thing that I'm not talking about just now. But yeah, I found these gems. This one was £1, so a bit more expensive, and this one was 49 pence again, and just a special little bit with the children's books. So these usually sit up pride of place at the top, and then obviously it's got all your books down the bottom, and I've been collecting for a while from there for my son. He likes David Walliams' books, we're just getting into them. Julia Donaldson used to be his favourite, so we have lots of them sitting, that I've actually got quite a lot of them from this same place. And most of their books are really, really good, brand new. It seems like people just hand them in after they've maybe read them once or twice, or they've got them as presents and thought we'll just hand them in there. So I've really found some really good gems in that charity shop. But yeah, so this is my first video, as I've said at the start. I don't know where I'm going to go from here. I'm just doing this purely to see how I get on in front of the camera, really. So, excuse me for all the Christmas pile behind me. So, yeah, that was it. I think that's all my questions. Yep. Now, number 8 is optional. Find a book from your shelf to donate to a good cause / charity shop. Now, I've just finished a book, which is here. It was called The Girl in the Red Coat. I don't think I'll read it again, and it's in really good condition. I took good care of this. It was kept in my book sleeve from before. So I'll be donating this, and hopefully once I get through the rest of my pile and my book that I'm reading just now, once I'm done all that, then I'll hand these in, and that will be my optional hand into charity shop / good cause. So yeah, that's me. Done my first video, so let's see how we get on from here. Bye guys.